But the girls who are hiding their body count or don't want to say their body count, I understand very well why they don't want to do that.
Why?
And I think that actually highlights one of the key differences between men and women. The fact that a woman sitting here will not sit and say how many men she's had sex with, and I can sit here and say a number and nobody gives a fuck. That shows there are clearly key biological differences, and there are key socio differences between men and females, and we need to keep that idea for everything else we discussed tonight, because women are going to sit here and pretend that we're all the same.
There we go. I think we got it.
That idea for everything else we discussed tonight, because women are going to sit here and pretend that we're all the same.
Testing. Ah. Come on. Shut up, please. Testing. Shit. I think we're good. No, we're not. Fuck. No. I think.
Yep, bitch.
So if a woman doesn't like another woman, the first thing she says is she's promiscuous. And then a woman will sit and go, I'm promiscuous, it doesn't matter. Then why are you using it as an insult to any other woman you don't like?
Right.
Since the dawn of human time, nobody has ever respected a promiscuous woman, ever. In any holy book, in any society, there's never been a story which is complimentary about a girl who's promiscuous. It's only the opposite. Chastity, virginity, being hard to achieve, hard to obtain, hard to get. Nobody's ever been singing the praises of a hoe, ever. Until this new modern world where they've come along and decided, how do we make men and women dislike each other so nobody has children?
Yep.
How do we get men to give up their warrior spirit? How do we prevent men from going to the streets and finally taking their fucking country back? I know what we'll do. We'll get them scared of their whore wives. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get him married to some bitch who treats him like shit.
Yeah.
Tell him if he leaves her, he loses everything he's ever worked for. And needs to sit at home and simp over some bitch who barely likes him. She's allowed to go out and drink with the boys. You can't even tell her not to do that. This is all done on purpose.
I think we're good.
And they've really somehow convinced this new generation of women that being promiscuous is somehow a win. It is a fucking L. There is no bigger L for a woman than being fucked left and right by guys who barely remember her.
Yeah.
That is the biggest L on the planet. And if you've been psyoped into believing that's a good thing, and that you somehow win, you are definitely a slave to the Matrix. You need to wake up and understand the most important thing you have as a female. You're number one trump card in the world. In fact, the only advantage you have on this planet is your sexuality. You're not bigger than men. You're not stronger than men. You're not smarter than men. You can't resist enslavement like men. You're more lazy than men. You can't do anything a man can do. The only thing you've got is sex. And if you're throwing it away to any fucking retard in Pennsylvania who drives a fucking Toyota, you need to think twice about what you're doing.
This is biblical. The Bible calls women the weaker vessel, like quite literally in Scripture. I mean, it's biblical.
And it's not an insult.
This is a crazy
No, it's
episode.
not.
It's
It's not
understood.
at all.
It's
Wild
playing to
episode.
your strengths. You have to look at the board and say, what do I have on the board that I can play with? And women understand that sexuality is their move. That's why they have OnlyFans accounts. So what I'm saying is, if that's your goal, don't throw it away.
Yeah.
Be very careful with it. That's all I'm saying. It's an L to give away your gold. It's an L for a man to give all his money away. Why would I give money away to random hoes on the street in Miami if I just walk around and start handing out dollar bills? I'm a dumbass. So if you're gonna walk around handing out pussy, guess what you are? You're a dumbass. And this promiscuity is being pushed by the Matrix purposefully because nothing is gonna detest a man more than the fact that before he met you, you were promiscuous. What's gonna make a man, there's nothing else that will make a man want to take care of you less than the fact you were promiscuous before you met him. I have to take care of you, pay your bills, put up with your shit, get you a house, buy you a car, make sure our children are safe, pay the bills. I have to do all this, and that guy hit it for free? Am I a fucking dumbass? Why am I paying for what he got for free?
Facts.
If you walk into McDonald's
Facts.
and you get a hamburger for $1 and I come next and they say it's $10, I'll be like, why did she pay $1? Why am I paying 10? Am I fucking stupid?
Right.
Promiscuity is lowering your value to all of your future potential partners. It's extremely important that doesn't happen. And that's why the women on here are sitting saying, I don't want to say my body count. I understand why they don't want to say it. I'm not saying they should say it. What I'm saying is that every single female alive actually intrinsically understands her only value or her biggest trump card to other men is her sex.
I thought he was gonna walk out earlier because he was fucking. These girls were just. Whoever this girl in the blue is just fucking stupid.
Sexuality.
I have a
And no
question
man
for
wants
you.
what every man's had.
Facts.
Andrew?
Sure.
Okay, so if women's sexuality is their only thing, why is it so important what a woman's body count is and not a man's?
Sorry. Again?
Why
Get her, bro. Get her, bro.
is it so important what a woman's body count is and not
Because she's a
a
whore if
man's?
she sleeps with a bunch of men.
Okay. You want to hit this one, Myron?
No, you,
Yeah.
no, you're supposed to guess, bro.
All right.
I love this
Myron,
show,
you can get
bro.
it after.
I'm just here. I'm
You
just
don't
here
even
to
know what to
moderate.
say.
I'm
It's
just
a
here to
genuine
moderate.
question. I'm genuinely
Then
curious
say
from a
it.
men's perspective.
Well, there's
Gonna
very
hit it.
specific biological differences, Firstly, women get pregnant, men don't get pregnant. This is the most important.
Fuck.
There's no-
One time you don't play the sound.
But this is actually very important because for the longest period of human history, up until very modern times with birth control, etc., if a woman had sex with a man, she might be out of the dating market forever. So she needs to be a lot more careful
Yeah.
with who she sleeps with than a man does. Because a man can have sex with a woman, she can get pregnant. The man's not out of the dating market. The man can just bounce if he so decides. That's the first thing. It's biological. It's very important. Secondly, from a societal perspective, women, for a very long time, have been praised for their chastity or as close to it as possible. This is why all of society was built. Why do you wear a white dress at a wedding? Do you know why?
Purity.
Purity,
Yes.
virginity.
You're supposed to be a virgin, to be
Yep.
honest. And no one is. But you're supposed to be,
why I'm
right?
You're not supposed to lie to her.
Why?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because for the longest period of human history, the only way I could ensure paternity of a child is if my wife was a virgin. How am I going to know that kid's mine? Let's say we live in some country where everyone looks the same, right? I'm Chinese. Ching Chang, Chang Chong, Ching Wong, Wing Wang. We all look the fucking same. Chinese
Ling Ling.
baby comes out. How do I know that Chinese baby's mine? Now we have DNA tests. All right, cool.
Because she was
But
loyal.
Back in the day.
humans have evolved over thousands of years, right? How do I know that baby's mine? The easiest and only way for me to know that child, which I now have to take care of, which is supposed to share my name, which I have to invest years into trying to make a prodigy of me, which I have to give my empire to, which I have to give my money to, that son. Everything I've ever worked for, everything on my back goes to him. How do I know he's mine?
How do you know?
The easiest way is if the woman's a virgin. That's
How do you
probably
know?
one of the only ways, right? So we now live in a new modern society where you can trick with science. You can take birth control, you can get DNA tests, you can sleep with all these men and get away with it, etc. But this is not the way things ever were. And if you accept that, then you must accept that evolutionarily, biologically, I would argue that there is a mental component to all of these things. And I want to give you all a thought experiment.
Andrew really is the top G. Like, the way he speaks, the way he is, everything about him, he's just top G. Look at that fucking shirt he's got on. Woo! No homo, but woof! The way he's talking, the way he handles himself, his knowledge, everything about him, he's top G.
Because I'm treating you like adults. If I told you, here's a girl, you've never met her, and she's had sex with 1,000 men, do you imagine her to be a rational, stable girl, or do you imagine her to be fucking crazy?
She's got the 1,000 cock stare. I mean,
Fucking
she's
crazy.
crazy,
She's
man.
nuts.
Yeah, she's not there.
Okay.
Everything he
so
says,
a woman can't-
spot on.
So let's approach this as professionals. Here's the point. In history, if a woman slept with a man and she got pregnant, she was
What
with that man
is
forever.
this thing?
That was
I
it.
didn't
There
know
was
what
no
that
birth
thing is
control, there was
next.
no DNA test.
Correct.
Women are not prepared mentally to go through endless breakups. They sleep with a guy, they have a kid, they're stuck with that guy forever. Men, since the dawn of time, have been sleeping with different women. We're evolved for it. Women aren't. A woman cannot go through life having endless sex with loads of different men and not take genuine mental damage. They end up fucking crazy, they end up on antidepressants, they end up being alcoholics. Any woman who sleeps with 100 men ends up literally fucking nuts. You're not evolved to do that. And if you find a woman who has done it, talk to her for 5 minutes. You'd be like, bitch, you're nuts.
Could I offer
That's the
something
truth.
real
No.
quick? I think that's why Judaism is only passed down through the mother, technically, right? Because that's the only way that you can confirm that that child is actually Jewish,
What is that accent? The accent is so different.
because it was birthed by the Jewish mother. You don't know with the father who actually impregnated her at the end of the day. Like, quite literally, Judaism to this day, it is only passed down through the mother.
Do you
for
think
that reason.
that's an interesting point?
Yeah,
I have to be careful
it's
talking
true.
about them because I go to jail.
Oh.
But do you believe a woman can have sex with 1,000 men and retain her sanity?
No.
This is a simple yes or no question.
No.
Because I know men who have slept with 1,000 women and they're fine. Can a woman sleep with 1,000 different men, 1,000 different dicks? And
No, because they get emotionally connected, and that fucks their head, while men don't. Men do it just for the physical being.
side of her and retain her sanity and happiness as an individual. It's a yes or no question.
No, not even 100 in my opinion.
You'll
Not
lose
even
your-
100.
You'll lose your fucking mind. You're not evolved to go through breakups.
Nope.
You're not evolved to do this. You're supposed to have sex with a man, get pregnant, be with that man. You're not supposed to be sleeping with a new man every 3 months.
Right.
This is all modern bullshit. And that's why everyone's losing their fucking minds. How many women are on antidepressants? How many women admit they have a mental condition? How many women admit to being depressed? All of this comes down to the amount of dick they're taking. None of these women should be fucking all these dudes. That's why
Preach, Andrew, preach!
they're all mental. That's
No
literally why all these
achievement.
women are fucking crazy.
I think
It's
a lot
just
of
the truth.
women agree
Men-
with you on that.
You're
Right.
right.
Like,
No.
because
No.
when a woman
Definitely.
has a male-centered friend, what is the first thing you do when you become friends with someone? You notice if they're male-centered, and you
Right.
do not want to be friends with them.
Right.
And so I feel like we can all agree to a certain extent.
This chick is not 35. She's not
If a
35.
person is a certain amount of male-centered,
That
it
is
an
not a chick
unhealthy
on the
friendship
right of him.
because men will become everything about the friendship.
True.
Nothing else will matter.
One of my best friends.
Men will just become the girl's friend because he wants to fuck her, so stop it.
Real quick, ladies, hold on. Guys, I'm going to cut my gains. Actually, we're going to go on over to Fresh and Fit, so you guys go over to Fresh and Fit on either Rumble or YouTube, whatever you guys want. But yeah, come on over to Fresh and Fit. I'm ending my stream, Iron Gains X. OSS, all of it is ending. Come on over to either Cats Club or Rumble or Fresh and Fit. But it's only Fresh and Fit, so I'm cutting my stuff right now. Go ahead. Keep going, guys.
I was just gonna say, like, I had a friend who had over 100 bodies, and she's never been in a real relationship. And now she's not my friend. She actually fucked me over in a major way recently. And should I be surprised? Because she's a crazy bitch.
No.
I'm
Because
not-
girls who have sex with. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're right. And then let's apply this to something else, right? Relationships are difficult. People argue. We can all agree with that.
Yes.
Women have endless sexual options, even more than high-tiered males, even more than famous men. You can
Correct.
go out and get 100 men a day. You have unlimited sexual options, right? So if you're not prepared to struggle and suffer through the difficulties of a relationship with a man, you always have the option to go out there and get a new man right away. So as soon as the stigma attached with a new dick disappears, because your first 3 or 4 men you sleep with, sleeping with a new guy is a big deal. But once you slept with enough men, it's not a big deal anymore. So you argue with your man, he pisses you off because men annoy you and people argue, and your instant option, your instant default is I'll just go get a new dick then with a new man. Fuck this guy. Women lose their ability to even be loyal or pair bond or stick through any kind of difficulty with a man if they sleep with too many men.
Can we
'Cause
talk
they
about pair bonding? Actually, that's
Sure.
important.
No,
No,
yeah,
I
let's
want to
talk
ask
about
what
it.
is
Let's
pair
talk about it.
bonding?
What's
Talk
your
about it.
opinion, Andrew? How many bodies can a girl have before she can no longer pair bond, in your personal opinion?
What is pair bonding?
That's a good question. Genuinely be in love with and genuinely obsessed with.
Yes.
Okay.
2, 3. I'm not gonna lie.
What's
Wait,
the
wait.
noise?
So
It's
I'm still confused on what it. So
That chick is 20 years old, and she acts like she knows everything. Yet you're listening to Andrew Tate, who is, what, 38, and he is probably has over 1,000. This girl at 20 years old is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. She gave that little flutter fucking thing earlier, and then said she didn't know who he is. Get the fuck out of here.
How you
is there a
see
certain
women
amount of
like
It
people who can
exists
do
in
it?
the
I see
animal
women.
One person at a time, ladies.
kingdom, right? I mean, no, Andrew,
people
explain.
are
He'll be better.
different. You know, everybody's
girls,
different in
one
their
real
own way.
time.
Yeah, ladies.
One real time,
let
ladies.
him explain it, then he can tell you.
No,
the
I'll
numbers.
listen. How do I see women that's negative? I just said women shouldn't be promiscuous. Is that a negative idea?
No, I agree.
Is
on
that a negative opinion?
That's your personal
No.
opinion.
What have I said that's negative about women in anything I've said so far?
No, you're trying to enlighten women to not be promiscuous.
I'm genuinely asking. If I said something
but you're
offensive, please
basically
let me know.
making it seem like we're hoes.
No,
like,
I'm saying you shouldn't be hoes.
Men are
He's
not saying that too.
I'm saying
no, he's not saying
I'm
that.
saying you shouldn't be hoes.
If the shoes fit.
I think we should get to the pair bonding question because that may explain a lot. Andrew, how many women, in your opinion, Andrew, how many women can a girl sleep with before she can no longer
Okay,
pair
so I
bond
have
with
a
her man?
controversial opinion
Okay.
on this.
Talk about
Okay, let's hear it.
But here's the first thing, and I want to actually get you girls' opinions because I'm here
Every single one of these girls want to fuck Andrew at the end of this episode. And this thing on the right, I still don't know what the hell that is.
to learn. I'm not going to pretend I know it all. Well, I do, but I'm being nice.
Yeah.
Pretending.
I'm pretending. I would argue a woman can only truly, deeply fall in love 1, 2, max, maybe 3 times. Would you
I agree. Yes.
I agree.
100%.
You fall in love
what'd you
once, you can only truly, deeply, with all of your heart, fall in love 1, 2, maybe max 3 times, and after that, it just doesn't feel the same anymore.
No, I agree.
I
with that.
agree.
I
My
agree with that.
fiance is the only man I've been truly in love with. My first love was like puppy love, I would say. I felt like I loved him. It was 4 years long, but I was young. It was puppy love. This is my first relationship where I'm really, genuinely, truly in love. So I would
Is this camera moving or is it just me?
agree with you.
I don't think women can fall in
Is it panning over?
love over and over again.
Actually, I've only fell in love once.
Okay.
Exactly.
So,
You're 20 years old.
But you're 20, right?
Yeah.
It makes
you're
sense.
very
You're
young.
young.
But I had a baby with the person.
That's
so.
good.
It's
Oh.
okay.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
and children are
with him?
beautiful.
Can you be with him? Do you want to get with him for the sake of your baby, maybe?
Girl, he's in jail.
Oh.
Been there. Play the soundtrack. But the point I'm making is women can only fall in love 1, 2, let's assume 3 times.
Yep.
A man can fall in love over and over and over and over.
No.
I feel
Okay,
like it's
let me give you-
promiscuous.
let me
It's
give you-
promiscuous.
Well, I'll give you another thought experiment. This is a thought experiment. If a
So Myron, I mean, he did just say he's here to regulate, which I understand. But normally he doesn't. He asks the questions, but he's fried, Myron, unfortunately, because he had a 4-hour podcast before this. He was out at Miami the night before, Michigan the day before. He's tired as fuck. But fresh, he has no excuse. He just has no knowledge, unfortunately. Well, hold on, I gotta rewind a little bit because he does. He's smart. I listened to him on the Money Mondays the other day, and he had some good shit to say. But right now, he's just trying to hook up with a girl, and he ain't saying nothing. But nobody can even say anything when Andrew's talking, because Andrew is just the most knowledgeable male about this situation, hands down, over anybody. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody wants to make fun of him or not make fun of him and talk shit about him, but this guy, he hasn't said one wrong thing yet. He has not.
woman sleeps with 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 men, and then the perfect man comes along who's very nice to her and treats her well, etc. Because of what I just...
Look at how fake and nasty that thing is on the right. What the fuck? Here, right here, this one. Blech. It's got to be a man, and the way she's looking at him is just kind of gross. Says she's from Brazil and fucking throwing up these gang signs. Get the fuck out of here.
discussed earlier with the fact that people argue and nothing's perfect and she has unlimited options, she's likely to cheat on that guy and eventually leave him. Whereas if a man sleeps with 50 women and then the perfect little virgin angel who obeys him and does everything he says comes along, he's going to be obsessed with her. He's going to fall in love with her completely and utterly. Men can fall in love at any point during their sexual history. Women get 1, 2, 3 shots max.
Yep.
Then they die inside. Their hearts die inside, and they become gold diggers.
It's true.
This is the guys. This is the current cycle of society. The current cycle of society is this: men and women fall in love at a young age, teenage love, whatever. It doesn't work because young age never works, right? People used to get married back then. No one gets married
does
anymore.
work.
And if you don't get
What is that man doing down there? She's like trying to look up at all the cameras. What is that?
married, you don't have the kid young, it's going to end. Then they go out there, they find another guy they like, they fall in love. And then eventually he cheats, so they leave him because they've been told by society, leave a man the second he cheats. Then they get another guy, and that works for a while, and then it breaks up. Break up, go through a guy, break up, go through a guy. Most hoes don't even want to be hoes. They just keep going looking for this impossible standard that they see on Instagram. I want a man who brings me a G-Wagon full of roses and never cheats and flies me on jets and he's 6'8" and makes $10 million a month. That's what I want. That's what I deserve, girl. I saw on TikTok. And they go through life looking for this unrealistic bullshit.
And then all her friends would be like, yeah, you go, queen, you get that. That bitch ends up with 25 cats and she's single forever. Whereas men will be like, bro, you're a fucking idiot. You need to lower your standards and be realistic.
They don't even mean to be whores. They're just going from dude to dude trying to find something that doesn't exist. And eventually, after they've had enough dick, their heart dies and they think, fuck it, I'll just chase the bag. And then they become gold diggers.
No,
That's the current cycle of society.
Oh. What just happened? It went down? What the fuck? Yo, these guys are fucking up their stream all night long tonight. What the fuck, man? Did they get kicked off again? Maybe I can go over to Kick and find them on there. Hold on. Damn, man. Their stream's been fucking up all day today. Jesus Christ. Let's see if we can find them on Kick. Nothing. Whoever their team is, they gotta get fired. No, they're still on kick. Nope, they're not. The whole thing just went down. Damn. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was fun listening to Andrew for quite some time. Spitting knowledge. I don't know what's going on here with this podcast. They've just been fucking up all day today. Maybe they got kicked off, but I was hoping to keep listening to Andrew. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I'm gonna re-upload this and maybe clip it up a little bit. And have a nice day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.